Earlier tonight, we saw the first Fortnite Battle Royale team compete. They were able to win the entire Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, it's the second team that is battling here in this matchup. It's going to be an all-out brawl here tonight in T. When it comes to Fortnite, it really is going to be very intense when it comes to opponents all over the place because this is Battle Royale. Normally, we're used to free-for-alls and so forth, but tonight it is about making sure that you plot your plan strategically along with your partners to win the entire lobby.
Jeep, I'm not sure who is driving into this truck right now, but I guess they are trying to haul it out away from the circle, and they're losing fuel right now.
But I think we have, oh wait a minute, a shot there to the sternum. The opponent went down and out. Nonetheless, I believe there is a game plan, a plan to reboot them. Again, remember, Fortnite does have the reboot ability to bring back your fallen partners, so I believe, at least in my mind, for what it seems, it looks like this last man standing, I think, is perhaps going to wait until they're all, the three gentlemen are eliminated, so that way they can be brought back. What? Oh, wait a minute. Wait just a minute. This is exactly what we're talking about. This is exactly what I was referring to. The aforementioned reboot card. What you can use on Fortnite. And that's exactly what's taking place here. Very smart planning for this man and this team. He's rebooting his fellow partners.
That's a very good strategy that you need to get that. You need to have that in a game. And good, now we're back in this. They're back in this to get the job done and win.
And that's who it was. Yeah, and that was Teo. So now I can finally see the name. It was Teo. Teo, congratulations to that man. A lot of props. Teo was alone in that team, right? And he was able to literally, well, not only was he able to combat all the odds, but he was also able to be alone through the game for a little bit and try to find the reboot truck, and he did, and he successfully was able to bring back Dominic at this juncture. So Dominic is back in the game, and I think it'd be very smart for Dominic to perhaps maybe try to revive Kids in Fear and also King's Mexican, but I think they're way too far away for that to happen, so maybe there's another reboot card down the road. They're so good. They're so good when it comes to chemistry. I believe they have a chance to win this entire game, despite the fact that they are down with two superstars.
They're down, but you know what? They're not out. That's what it is.
You already see at this juncture, matchup could be breaking down at any given time. And this is the part that I was talking about here, T, the contrasting part of things, or at least the contrasting style in a game like this, right? In the beginning, normally it's all chaotic. There's so many things happening at once. And in nearly the end of the game, it's the opposite. It's a contrasting style, as I said. It's much more quiet. Things are not really happening. It's a lot slower. And obviously, a methodical pace is usually the pace that the superstars actually get the chance to implement when it's like this.
Save their comeback.
But that's if they can, and that's a big if. We're gonna find out.
Well, did you see that explosion? With the rocket launcher? That was crazy.
Yeah. Well, it was absolutely phenomenal, that's for sure. Goes to show exactly what this game is all about, what it's capable of. Teo and Dominic still alive at this point, and again, desperately trying to perhaps see if they can maybe pick up this victory. A very interesting game here, ladies and gentlemen, because in game one, team one, we saw all four members, they were able to pick the victory with none of the teammates down and out. But in this one, though, we saw two of them eliminated, that being Kids and King Mexican. So the question still is whether or not if Teo and Dominic can still win with two superstars, with a duos team as opposed to squads. And it still is possible, but it's a very difficult task here, T. And I got to put you in the... You can see here, well, that's nice. Rhea Ripley is not going to be saving no Dominic tonight. I can guarantee you that.
I mean...
well, any Dominic, really.
Feel bad for Dominic.
But and I'm actually quite surprised that Dominic was able to get out of harm's way. That was very smart. That was smart planning from the kid. Oh, wait a minute, a shot to the back. Here comes Teo to the rescue, but Teo has a predicament. She's gonna try to, no, and it looks like this entire team just got eliminated. Teo getting distracted. Teo was trying to pick up Dominic after the opponent was able to eliminate Dominic there, and then right when Teo was there to try to assist Dominic, the other opponent came in and eliminated Teo, which in the process eliminated the entire team. Teo After what we saw moments ago, unfortunately, Team 2 was not successful, but we are indeed broadcasting Team 3, and it's going to be made up of the superstars of Fishy, Kai2 Crazy, Camo Boxed, and Miss the Champion, the free-for-all champion, who again is expected to defend the title against the #1 contender Mythical next week live on EO Network Horizon. That will be a war tee.
That would be a huge war. Miss is the great champion, and I cannot wait for that match to go down.
But before we get there, it is the Battle Royale again for the very first time since 2019. This all began back in 2018. It continued in 2019, but again, it was a hiatus. And now, after so many years, EO Network has brought back this activity, this goal to reach to #1 victory royale in a squad battle here tonight. And there you see Mist just cleaning house right now. Seems to be in a one-man wrecking crew at this juncture. One of the reasons why he is the champion. So again, this guy, Fiery Fishy that is, he not only has a goal behind the scenes, but also now has the goal to be on camera and perhaps maybe also one day to become a champion.
And did you see what he just did? He just shot the wall and shot the opponent down right then and there. That was incredible what he just did.
What Fortnite is all about. You can see here at this point, these guys are a bit scattered around the map, but no sense of urgency just yet, as we are indeed now spectating Kai2 Crazy, the aforementioned superstar that joined a couple of months ago, and already at the top was able to make an undefeated streak. Oh my, here comes Kai2 Crazy though, riding in style and came in out of nowhere, kicking butt, and it looks like Kai2 Crazy, that was perhaps a great highlight. That was a highlight indeed. Kai2 Crazy, it was like something out of a movie.
That was a shucky crack moment. That's what it was.
Literally, that was awesome. That literally was awesome. He was in a car, he drove off the cliff, he was able to get out of the car, and right when he got off, he was able to kill every single person in sight. Again, something that you would see out of a movie. But Kai2 Crazy still able to bring highlights, that's for sure. I think they're going to let Fishy bleed out, and then they're going to go ahead and reboot the guy. Look at this, a shot right across the skull of the opponent. That's missed indeed, and I think a missed, or at least, yeah, that is indeed missed. Missed now.
Oh no, I was going to say somebody's coming to save Fishy right now.
And that's what team chemistry is all about. Making sure that you help your opponents, that you help your own teammates, and that you work together to go against the opponents. And now Miss, you got to watch out. I believe that was a sniper up above. I'm not quite sure, but obviously Miss, the veteran, was able to build some form of building or at least some sort of structure to obviously combat any shots firing. And very smart of the guy, very wise to pull out all the healings here so he can rejuvenate his health.
And there we go, we got Fishy back into this game, and he's going to regain his health. Let's go. That's what teammates is all about. Like I said.
Fishy is back into it, and we know for a fact for Fishy, perhaps maybe realizing that he's not going to make the same mistake yet again. So it looks like Fishy and
that's Kai2? No.
I believe that is Kai2 Crazy. Nevertheless, though, again, whoever that is, it's really hard to kind of tell in the spectating zone that we're in. But again, Adrian Matt here, along with T at Gameside. And T, we're still awaiting for, again, none other than the kid's father to join to talk about exactly what is going on. And he will be telling us exactly what's going on in terms of, but at least it relates to what happened last week.
Yeah, that's gonna be a development story. That was a great kill. I think that was by Kai2 Crazy with all those 3 opponents that was in the castle with them. So that was pretty.
Oh, actually, that was Kevo. It was Kevo Box who was alongside with Fishy. So Kevo obviously coming to the aid, and it's going to be Mist and Kai2 Crazy. These two are going to be standing together here. They're inside the Rocket League. Inside the Rocket League car here, T. It looks like there's only one goal in mind for these guys to go inside the safe haven clearly, as they're going to be entering near, and they're going to be entering inside now. The circle.
That's right. You don't want to be outside of that circle. That circle is not a good place to be in. Be outside of it.
Well, exactly, to be outside of, because remember that big ferocious storm is going to be occupying the entire map, so it's always going to be important for you. Very crucial to be inside the circle.
Okay, so we got Kevo and Fiery Fishy doing whatever they can to They did.
Well, I'll tell you what they're doing. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like some action now taking place. But I was going to say, have you noticed again, 21 superstars left in this game. Basically a pattern that we've been seeing over the past couple of games that you and I have been spectating here, that every single time we're near and near to the end, it's a contrasting style in the game. A lot more slow action, a lot more slow pace, but these guys can really take the advantage, though, when it's slow pace, that is, to make sure they can recuperate as a team. And perhaps maybe they have a plan in mind again.
They better do, because they got the whole gang are together again, and we're gonna cause some damage to the opposing team.
You gotta be impressed with these guys. I mean, again, the 4 gentlemen involved, clearly they're showing no signs of any weaknesses whatsoever. They have a very tremendous amount of teamwork here, a cohesive unit, I'll tell you that much. Very, very much cohesive, and I can only imagine maybe just a couple of minutes away from getting the victory royale.
I think this is kind too crazy that I'm spectating. Not too sure if this is.
It would behoove them for these guys to go to any other loot and try to pick up weapons and all the aid they can try to gather and muster as much as they can. That way they can definitely be 100% when they're going to be going against the superstars, the opponents. And we saw that again, an elimination here from the opponent. This could be the other elimination now. My goodness gracious. Kai Too Crazy is killing it here.
Oh yeah, that was that Kai Too Crazy.
They did
Kai
it!
Too Crazy has
They
been
actually
dominating.
did it! They became #1 victory royale! They did it! They actually win this entire game! My goodness gracious!